Harriman. And the car number 18 from Bennett, Nebraska, Titan Roberts, was just in the last. Oh, that was Talon Roberts. Excuse me. Talon was in the first heat. Titan in the second heat. On the outside, row 2, the number 6. Hatsu Henry Albertson going to go one more lap. Row 3 on the inside, the 12D from Clarence, Missouri. That's Blake Collins. And on the outside of him, coming to you from Bennington, Nebraska, that's the 73 of Tyler Christensen. Restrictor heat number 2 coming at you. Well, let's try it one more time. Let's try it one more time. That's the words you hate to say and hate to hear. Try again at a racetrack. Because, you know, if you have to try it again, that means somebody messed up the first time. And what do you know? It wasn't me. Well, these cats thought they got a lap in the book, so they're going to go single file. But we did not get a lap started, much less than get one complete, so we got to go side by side. 2 by 2, just like they did on the boat. All right, DJ and Bradley gonna bring us to the green, maybe. Well, Pam, I think we ought to go single file. What do you think? That's the way we do it over at Emma Indoor Raceway. If we can't get the race started side by side, they want to start single file. I'd say start them single file, nose to tail. Tailgating, weaving you in and out of traffic and speeding, that'll get you noticed and ticketed. Drive sober, slow down, buckle up, and put your phone down. We want you to arrive alive. That's a message from the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety, working towards zero highway fatalities. Show me zero. Visit SaveMoLives.com. All right, I think we finally got them underway with DJ Beach, your leader, after lap number 1. with the 18 of Titan Roberts in the runner-up spot. Hatsu Henry Albertson in the third right now. Bradley Berryman in fourth. Blake Collins in fifth. And Tyler Christensen rounding out your field. Pulling out to a comfortable lead now with cross flags coming at you right now. This time by halfway down, halfway to go. It's DJ Beach pulling out to a comfortable lead with the 18 of Titan Roberts holding on to that runner-up spot. Henry Albertson in third so far, with Bradley Berryman in fourth, Blake Collins fifth, and Tyler Christensen rounding out your field. Looking at 3 to go this time by. It's Christensen and Collins battling it out side by side for that number 5 spot. Tyler Christensen now. There goes Blake Collins back on the loud pedal. Blake Collins now back on the loud pedal. There he comes. Double hockey sticks in the air. Looking at 1 to go this time by for Restrictor. He raced number 2. Bradley Berryman now getting closer and closer to that top 3 with just a half a lap to go. Your winner, DJ Beach. Titan Roberts in the runner-up spot. Henry Albertson holding on to third. Bradley Berryman fourth. Blake Collins fifth. 6 goes to the 12D of Blake Collins. And rounding out your field, the 73 of Tyler Christensen. Hey, Bub, if you got a minute, come on up here, please. All right. Ooh, I've got to get over to the juniors. I don't need a piece of paper to call this one off. It's a 74C of Cale Martin on the pole. Cohen Seek alongside in the 75. Jackson Burton, the 34B on the inside row 2, outside row 2. That's Cameron Utes in the 45U. Maverick Stolfus on the inside row 3 in the 4S. And Sawyer Nading on the outside row number 3. Let's turn them loose for 8 laps. Here we go. Well, we're going to get her done. We're going to get her done this time. Let's hope so. We got a green. Yes, we do. We're going to go green. We're going to stay green down the back straightaway. Cohen Seek, your early leader. With Cale Martin in the runner-up spot. Maverick Stolfus into that third spot after starting tailback. Jackson Burton into that number 4 spot. Cameron Utes in 5th, and Sawyer Nading into that number 6 spot. K.O. Martin now moving up, moving fast on the loud pedal. He's right there on the tail tank of your leader, Cohen Seek, for that top spot. It's going to be side by side coming out of turn 4. Well, no transponders for our juniors? Oops. Or did it just stop working? No? Thank you. Courtney broke it. Well, he was the only one up there, so. Well, enjoy the race, but don't forget to designate a sober driver. Fans, don't let fans drive drunk. We want you to drive sober. Slow down, buckle up, and put your phone down. That's a message from the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety. Working towards zero highway fatalities. Show me zero. Visit SaveMoLives.com. Holy moly, that was plumb ugly. Well, it's going to be the 77M of Cameron Morrison on the pole. Outside of him, the 17 of Quinn Jones. Row 2 on the inside, the 15 of Chris, don't call him Tater Cuh. The 23 of Mason Nestor. On third row on the inside, the 57P of Jed Piecer. Outside him, the 7M Austin Rayburn. And last but not least, on your fourth and final row, the inside on the bottom of the track, the 48S of Trey Sliker. And the 37B on the top of the racetrack, that's Aaron Shoemaker. All right, let's see if we can get this. Nope. Well, well. Well, as you see, yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put the 77 on the second row and put the 15 on the front row. Now let's see if these two can behave themselves so we can get the race underway. What do you say? Let's go now. Quinn Jones with the hole shot. Mason Nestor in the runner-up. And here comes Austin Rayburn side by side with Chris now into that number 3 spot. Austin Rayburn in fourth. Trey Sliker from the back of the pack into that number 5 spot. Here comes Austin Rayburn. Chris cutting him off down the back straightaway into the corner. Austin Rayburn now side by side with that 15 of Chris for that number 3 spot. Meanwhile, here comes the 48 as a Trey Sliker up in the mix. Bringing the 57P of Jed Pieser with him. And we got Shoemaker down the front straightaway, slowing down, bringing it to a stop. Aaron Shoemaker bringing it to a stop down the front straightaway. And we are back underway, halfway down, halfway to go for the number 17 of Quinn Jones. Mason Nestor trying everything in his power to get up there and battle to the front with him. Chris Cutt holding in the third. Austin Rayburn now trying once again on that number 7M. Trey Sliker holding in the fifth. Jed Pieser now sixth. Austin Rayburn trying everything in his power to get up there and take over that number 3 spot from the 15 of Chris Cubb. Double hockey sticks in the air this time by. Who's it gonna be? Mason Nestor on the loud pedal now. He's getting closer and closer to your leader of Quinn Jones. With 1 lap remaining. Does Mason Nestor have enough to get up there and take over that number 1 spot? Thank you so much. Mason Nestor to the top. Mason Nestor taking over that number 1 spot. Quinn Jones holding on to second, but the car give up on him as they come out of turn number 4. I'm going to give a big shout out to Miss Nikki Nipmeyer for listening at home. She just messaged me and reminded me that we are live on our racing page on YouTube, our name of our racetrack on YouTube. So thank you so much. Once again, I told her on the message that I didn't see that anybody turned it on. So we are live on the internet as it's happening. And our camera is right up there, right above your head. So a great big thanks. Up here. It's up here on the scoreboard, or at the scoreboard, on the score tower. So if you stand up and look at it, make sure you give them a big wave and a smile. How about it? Drinking and driving don't mix. Make sure your pit crew has a designated driver. We want you to drive sober, slow down, buckle up, and put your phone down. That's a message from the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety. Working toward zero highway fatality. Show me zero. Visit SaveMoLives.com. All right, up next, going to stay with your topless drivers. It's heat race number 2, another 10-lap race for you. Brantley Chaden on the pole in the 38 from Norwalk, Iowa, alongside from Newton, Iowa, the 33 of Cruz Dickerson. Row 2 on the inside, the 32Z of Gabe Zahner. Just down the road with Parker Still from Topeka, Kansas in the car number 3. Well, the 41 of Chase Cuh was supposed to be out there, but I do not see him. 3 wide for the podium spot right there. Waylon Phillips, the 67 junior, now on the loud pedal. There he goes, moving up, moving fast. Into that 3rd spot right now. Not going to be satisfied with 3rd. He's going to take over that number 2 spot from Brantley Chaden. Whoop. No, he's not. Waylon Phillips is on the loud pedal now. Here he comes to the low side. Taking over that number 2 spot from the 38 of Brantley Chaden. But way out front right now, it's a 33 of Cruz Dickerson. With Waylon Phillips in the runner-up spot, Brantley Chaden in 3rd right now. Gabe Zahner in 4th. The 127 of Chase Huff in the number 5 spot, and Parker Still in 6th. Waylon Phillips taking it slow down the back straightaway. Lucas down the back straightaway. Waylon Phillips lost that number 2 spot. The car giving up on him after bringing it to that number 2 spot, turning it back over in 2nd now. Will be Brantley Chaden in the 38. Gabe Zahner now taking over that number 3 spot. Double hockey sticks in the air for Cruz Dickerson. Chase up into that number 4 spot. Parker Still in 5th. Cruz Dickerson, 1 lap remaining for your stock non-wingers. Cruz Dickerson making it look easy on the top side. Your winner, Cruz Dickerson. Brantley Chaden in the runner-up spot. Gabe Zahner on that 3rd and final podium spot with the 127. Chase up in the 4th, and Parker Still, the new youngin' on the block. First time ever in a micro, Parker Still. Up next, it's going to be your Sportsman one and only heat race, 8 cars for 10 laps. Going to be the 0L of Landon Lewis on the pole. Outside of him, the double nickel Holden Ballinger. Row 2 on the inside, the 79 of Parker Bishop. Outside of him, the 93 of Cole Bishop. Row 3 on the inside, the car number 2, Carson McDonald. Outside of him, the number 14 of Will Green. And your 4th and final row on the inside, the 81T of Jeremy Gibson. And a multi-time feature winner here, not just in the Sportsman division, but in several other classes as well. The 57 of Eric Perkins. Side by side, 2 by 2. Let's go. Holden Ballinger with the whole shot, your early leader as they go down the back straightaway with Landon Lewis in the runner-up right now. Parker Bishop, the 79, in third. Here comes the 93 of Cole Bishop into that number 4 spot, side by side with the number 2 Carson McDonald and the 57 of Eric Perkins for that number 5 spot. Eric Perkins now taking over the Carson McDonald. Carson McDonald going to the infield. In the car number 2, here comes Eric Perkins now. Eric Perkins on the loud pedal, moving up, moving fast. He has taken over that number 4 spot. He's got Parker Bishop in front of him now in that car number 79. But Holden Ballinger holding into that number 1 spot. With looking at 5 laps complete this time. Halfway home, halfway to go for your Sportsman division. Landon Lewis in the runner-up spot in the 0L from California, Missouri, and holding into that podium spot, that third and final podium spot right now is the 79 of Parker Bishop, but Eric Perkins on the loud pedal now getting closer and closer to that number 79 of Parker Bishop. Will Green, last week's feature winner, going a lap in the rears. Looking at double hockey sticks this time by 4-yard leader of Holden Ballinger. Landon Lewis still into that runner-up spot. Parker Bishop in third right now, but he's got a hot foot right there behind him in that 57 of Eric Perkins in fourth. 1 lap remaining for Holden Ballinger. Comfortably out in the top spot, your winner, Holden Ballinger. Into the runner-up spot, the 0L of Landon Lewis. And bringing it home, holding on to third, the 79 of Parker Bishop. And fourth goes to the 57 of Eric Perkins. Fifth, the 93 of Cole Bishop. And rounding out your field in the 81T, Jeremy Gibson. All right, up next, your final 2 heat races of the night. It's your A-Class, Fast and Furious. And they're going to line them up just like this. It's going to be the number 8 from Marshall, Missouri, of Logan Lunsford on the pole outside row number 1, the 38. From Norwalk, Iowa, Brantley Chaden. Row 2 on the inside, just down the road a piece. The 71-8 of Keegan Brewer on the outside of him. From just up the road a little ways from Marshall, Missouri, that's the number 4, Hayden Alberson. And coming to you from Rosendale, Missouri on the inside, row 3, that's a 23 of Mason Nestor outside of him. Also from just down the road, the 15B of Quentin Benson. He had the race won last Saturday. And I talked to him when I was riding around on the scooter, and I asked him, I said, what in the world happened? He said, I just got to thinking too much. That's Quentin Benson in the 15B. And starting shotgun on the field coming to you from Bennett, Nebraska. That's the 18R of Titan Roberts. Titan Roberts in the 18R. Lunsford and Chaden going to lead us to green, and no, we're not. Well, I think Chaden was ready, but Logan quite not yet. Or maybe Logan was ready and Brantley decided to take off too early. You make the call, but we're back side by side. Let's see if we can get her done this time. Oh, that was a whole lot better that time for a good-looking start. Logan Lunsford with the top spot right now. Brantley Chaden in third. Keegan Brewer into that third spot. Hayden Albertson, whoa, now he's going back to fourth. Here comes the 23 of Mason Nestor now. Mason Nestor putting it up. Here comes Quentin Benson from the back of the pack. Quentin Benson from the back of the pack. There goes Keegan Brewer now into the runner-up spot. And we got a two-car battle. Oh, Hayden Albertson going to the infield down the back straightaway. Keegan Brewer and Logan Lunsford now battling it out wheel to wheel. For that top spot, Mason Nestor holding into third. Brantley Chaden into that number 4 spot from the back of the pack in fifth right now. It's a 15B. Here comes Keegan Brewer making a slide job on Logan Lunsford. Logan Lunsford said, not so fast. Halfway down, halfway to go. Mason Nestor said, you boys go up there and battle it out side by side, and I'll just pick them up and put you both in the rear. Mason Nestor tried to go to the low side of Keegan Brewer for that number 2 spot. Could not make it work yet. Logan Lunsford showing him how to get it done so far. Logan Lunsford showing him how to get it done so far. Here comes Mason Nestor. Tried to make a move on the low side of Keegan Brewer to get around for that number 2 spot. Logan Lunsford holding on to that top spot. Keegan Brewer in the runner-up, looking at the checker this time by Mason Nestor holding into third. Your winner, Logan Lunsford in the 8. Excuse me, Keegan Brewer in the runner-up spot. Mason Nestor third. Brantley Chaden in the 4th. Quentin Benson in the 5th, and rounding out your field in 6th. Talon Roberts. Oh, excuse me, Titan Roberts. Titan Roberts in the 18R. All right, here comes your final heat race of the night, folks. It's going to be heat race number 2 for your A class. So it's going to line them up just like this. Coming to you out of Oak Grove, Missouri on the pole, the number 19, Garrett Hudspeth. Outside row number 1, the car number 7D. From Green Ridge, Missouri, Jackson Davenport. Row 2 on the inside from just down the road right here in Sweet Springs. That's a 48S of Trey Sliker. Outside of him, coming to you out of Meadville, Missouri, that's a 23B of Matt Botts. Row 3 on the inside from Bennett, Nebraska. That's a 18T of Talon Roberts. Outside of her from Newton, Iowa. Nope, he's starting tailback. From Holden, Missouri. That's a 24 of Tristan Martin. And starting shotgun on the field, putting the wings on, the 33 out of Newton, Iowa. Hey, that's where we stayed when we went to Knoxville last year. We should have stopped by and hollered at old Cruz Dickerson in the 33. Nonetheless, we're going to go green this time out of turn number 4. Let's go racing. So looking good down the back straightaway, looking for lap number 1 when they come out of turn number 4. It's Jackson Davenport in the number 1 spot right now. Matt Botts into the runner-up spot with the 18T of Talon Roberts in 3rd right now. Cruz Dickerson from the back of the pack into that number 4 spot with Garrett Hudspeth in that number 19 in 5th. Trey Sliker 6th. And Tristan Martin into that number 7 spot. Here comes Trey Sliker now. putting a move on the number 19 of Garrett Hudspeth for that number 5 spot. Trey Slacker now moving into 5th. But we got Jackson Davenport and Matt Botts battling it out. Nose to tail for that top spot. Taylon Roberts in 3rd. Cruz Dickerson now on the loud pedal into that number 4 spot. Got his sights set on that 18T of Taylon Roberts for 3rd. Matt Botts looks to be getting closer and closer to your leader of Jackson Davenport. Jackson Davenport still holding on to the top spot in that 7D with Matt Botts in the runner-up spot right now, and Taylon Roberts holding on to 3rd. Cruz Dickerson from the back of the pack in 4th. Trey Slacker now 5th. Garrett Hudspeth 6th. And Tristan Martin rounding out your field in 7th. Double hockey sticks in the air. With Jackson Davenport looking at 1 to go this time by out of turn number 4. Matt Botts holding into that runner-up spot in 2nd with Taylon Roberts in 3rd right now. Cruz Dickerson from the back of the pack into that number 4 spot. Trey Slacker now 5th. And well, your leader. Why is everybody slowing down? The race wasn't over yet and everybody was slowing down. Well, everybody left the track, but we still have 1 lap remaining. We might need each and every one of our cars back on the track. Well, I guess it's official. Jackson Davenport, your winner. Well, race fans, that's all your heat races for tonight. We're going to take a pause for the cause. So if you haven't had anything to eat or drink, well, let me invite you over to the concession stand because that's where I'm going. And I'm sorry, but I don't have any music to play. But that's okay. Just visit with your neighbor, and we'll be back here shortly. Well, the official word on that last heat race, a little bit earlier, was the lap car in front of the leader, the lap car being Tristan Martin, was given the white flag, and your leader, Jackson Davenport, in the 7D was given the checkered flag at the same time. Kyron Keith going to be on the pole. Brian Lunsford alongside Cruz Dickerson, row 2 on the inside. Gabe Zahner on the outside, row 2. Austin Rayburn inside, row 3. Outside, row 3, the 127 of Chase Huff. And your fourth and final row on the inside will be the 67 junior of Waylon Phillips and the 15 of Madison Hamer. And the 39 of Anthony Bishop not making the call. We are green. Side by side for the number 1 spot right there. Kyron Keith, your leader right now, with Brian Lunsford still side by side for the top spot. Brian Lunsford now taking over that number 1 spot from Gabe Zahner, now in the runner-up. Cruz Dickerson into that 3rd spot right now. Here comes Waylon Phillips now. Nope, that's not Waylon Phillips. Excuse me. Yes, it is Waylon Phillips into that number 4 spot. Waylon Phillips now in fourth. Gabe Zahner into your top 5 as we go for lap number 4 in the book. Brian Lunsford starting to put some distance now between himself and the rest of the field, with Kyron Keith in the runner-up spot holding right there. Cruz Dickerson in 3rd. Waylon Phillips into that number 4 spot so far. And not anymore, going to the infield. Waylon Phillips going to the infield. Brian Lunsford still holding on to the top spot in that 32L, with Gabe Zahner in that runner-up spot still, with Cruz Dickerson in 3rd. Cruz Dickerson still holding into that 3rd spot. Gabe Zahner now 4th, and Chase Huff into that top 5. Austin Rayburn now 6th. Brian Lunsford looking at lap number 11 on the scoreboard, with Kyron Keith still holding on to that runner-up spot. Cruz Dickerson now in 3rd. Dickerson still holding in 3rd, with Gabe Zahner 4th, and here comes Chase Huff and Austin Rayburn battling it out side by side for 5th. 7 laps to go. 7 laps remaining for your Outlaw non-wing cars. Cruz Dickerson. Cruz Dickerson bringing it to a stop down the back straightaway. I saw a puff of smoke out of the tail of the 33, and I think he may have a left rear flat as well. Cruz Dickerson was running into that number 3 spot. And the chain coming off. The chain coming apart. Well, maybe not. Not sure what happened to the 33, but the car just give up on him. So that big lead that Brian Lunsford had is shrunk down to nothing now. I'd say something just come apart on the backside of the 33 of Cruz Dickerson. Yep, once again it appears that Cruz Dickerson has lost the backside of the car. All right, caution lights out. We're going green. With 6 laps remaining, 6 to go. Oh, look out. That's exactly what happened to Cue Ball last Saturday. Hooked a cushion up there on the top of the track, and away he went for a little ride. And we got the official word from turn number 1. Kyron Keith is okay, race fans. Kyron Keith is okay, running in that runner-up spot. Well, what do you think, race fans? One for the road. Make sure that you have a designated driver drive sober or get pulled over. That's a message from the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety, working towards 0 highway fatalities. And we got a whole lot. And he's staying in the car. Back underway. Kyron Keith said, this little Tommy Tipover is not going to finish me. That's a message for the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety, working towards 0 highway fatalities. Show me 0. Visit SaveMoLives.com. Well, looks like Kyron Keith is going to be able to continue. Well, Kyron Keith is okay, race fans. Kyron Keith is okay. Not so sure the car is okay, though. So he's going to stay in the car and continue on with 6 laps remaining. Gabe Zahner having issues getting it fired back up. He says, come on, Cheryl, push me a little bit faster. Well, the car just does not want to fire back up for Gabe Zahner. Up, there he goes. There he goes. All right, caution lights out. We're going to turn them loose once again for 6 more laps. Brian Lunsford going to lead us back to green with Gabe Zahner in the runner-up spot. Chase Huff in third, Austin Rayburn fourth, Madison Hamer fifth, and Kyron Keith rounding out your field in sixth. Brian Lunsford picking right up where he left off in that number 1 spot. With Gabe Zahner right there. Here comes Chase Huff now third. Chase Huff now moving up into third. He's got his sights set on that number 2 spot being held right now by Gabe Zahner. Chase Huff and Gabe Zahner side by side for the runner-up spot. Here comes Austin Rayburn now. Austin Rayburn now putting his car up in the mix. Here comes Kyron Keith back on the loud pedal, moving up, moving fast, looking at double hockey sticks in the air, this time by for your leader, Brian Lunsford. What a battle for that number 2 spot. Brian Lunsford's got the field covered into that number 1 spot, but we have 5 cars battling for that runner-up spot. Gabe Zahner's got it right now, 3 wide. Gabe Zahner still holding on to that number 1, Gabe Zahner in second. Here comes Kyron Keith back on the loud pedal now. Kyron Keith, after turning the car over in turn number 2, bringing it back to the runner-up spot. How about it, folks? Kyron Keith putting on a show for you. All right, here we go down trackside to talk to your winner in the Big Mama's 32L, Brian Lunsford, excuse me. Yep. Well, I was so excited for Kyron to bring it back into second.
That was crazy.
Well, I know we got to talk to Brian, but I'm telling you what, that young man that finished in that runner-up spot, after turning it over and bringing it back to second. Man, it's probably a good thing we didn't run 25 laps.
Yeah, I'm good with that. No, Kyron's doing good. That's a brand new car. It's second night on it, and I think it's got a lot of potential. He's come a long ways in the last year with him driving plus the car. So you got to be on your toes to stay in front of him. So I want to thank Jamie Kells and Kells Motorsports, Big Mama's Cafe. They're the ones that give me this hot rod to run, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be doing it. So thanks for the fans coming out on this nice, cool evening. So we'll try to get the show going here for you.
All right. Well, welcome back to Victory Lane, and we do have a photographer. Well, give a big shout out to your winner, Brian Lunsford. I'm telling you what, though, the driver of the night goes to that 32 of Kyron Keith. After turning it over in turn 2 and coming back to finishing that runner-up spot. And like Brian said, that's only the second time the car's been on the track. All right, we're underway. Lap number 1 in the book with Ssmc, your early leader. Side by side for that runner-up spot right now. It's Cale Martin now to the low side. Maverick Stolfus still side by side for the runner-up spot. And we got a side-by-side battle for 4th and 5th. Meanwhile, up front, it's a 75 of Ssmc starting to pull away a little bit from that 74C of Cale Martin in a runner-up spot. Maverick Stolfus holding in third right now. Sawyer Nading and Cameron Utes battling it out wheel to wheel for that number 4 spot. Now they're side by side for 4th and 5th. Meanwhile, back up front, whoa, where are you going, Cale Martin? Cale Martin slowing down the back straightaway. We got caution on the speedway for the 74C of Cale Martin stopping. Not sure what happened to the 74C, but the car just give up on him. Maverick Stopus was really, really close there, and I think he might have a left front flat on that 4S of Maverick Stopus. No, it's not flat. It just looks really low. So Cale Martin taking it to the hot pit. Try to figure out what's wrong with the car. And it's going to bypass the hot pit and go back to the trailer. Once again, the 75 of Cohen Seek holding on to the top spot. Maverick Stopus now going to be right there on the tail tank with Sawyer Nading in third. Cameron Utes fourth, and Jackson Burton rounding out your top five. And we are probably going 15 laps. Is that right, Lucas? Side by side, 15 or 13? Okay, 13, he said. Cameron Utes now taking over that number 3 spot. He's on the loud pedal now. Cameron Utes now on the loud pedal. Sawyer Nading is still right there on the tail tank. But meanwhile, back up front, it's that 75C, and I think Jackson Burton just stopped. Motor give up on him down the back straightaway. I heard it go pop down the back straightaway. I bet you heard it too, didn't you? Yep, she said, I did. Yep, that little motor said, pop down the back straightaway. And we're probably picking up pieces and parts all the way down the back straightaway. What's wrong with you? And then there were 4. 6 laps complete with 7 laps remaining. 7 to go. What do you want to bet the chain came off for that number 34B? Of Jackson Burton. Cohen Seek gonna crank it up once again as they come out of turn number 4. Looking at lap number 7 to get started right here when they come out of turn number 4. And we're off and racing once again. Cohen Seek picking right up where he left off. Here we got a 3-car battle now for that runner-up spot. Maverick Stopus has got it right now. Here comes Camo, now moving up, moving fast. On the loud pedal is that 45U of Cameron Utes. Now he's bringing that 20 of Sawyer Nading with him. Cohen Seek says, thank you, boys. I'll just pull away to a comfortable lead. You 3 go back there and battle it out for that runner-up spot. Cohen Seek starting to pull away with Maverick Stopus still holding on to that runner-up spot. Cameron Utes in third right now, the final podium spot in third. Sawyer Nading into that number 4 spot. Sawyer Nading still right there on the tail tank of Camo into that 45U. Maverick Stopus still holding on to that runner-up spot, looking good for 3 more laps. 3 laps remaining for your junior sprinters. Looking at double hockey sticks this time by out of turn number 4 for your leader, Cohen Seek, in that white number 75. Maverick Stopus still holding into that runner-up spot right now. Cameron Utes in third, Sawyer Nading in fourth. You're fine. Stretching out that lead for that number 75, looking for the black and white checkered when they come out of turn number 4. Cohen Seek, your winner. Maverick Stopus into the runner-up spot. Cameron Utes in third, and Sawyer Nading rounding out your field in fourth. Y'all think it's easy walking down here? You ought to try it, especially with the low side as rough as it is. How about it, race fans? He's going topside. Cohen, seek your winner. All right, wait till he gets the steering wheel back in the car, and then we'll bring him around here and get all the hardware. The heck with that trophy. That's what you want to put on the car, isn't it? Well, I'm going to do my best Tony Laporta impression and come down here with you. Well, young man, it's been quite a while since you come to see me.
Yeah.
But it's about time.
Yeah, it's definitely better than second every week. Man, I'm just glad that everybody get to come, and I want to thank my dad, Jeremy, everybody that supports me here and helps me. It's a lot harder with nobody.
All right, young man, a few words. Your winner, Cohen Seek. Well, how about it one more time for your junior sprint winner, Cohen Seek. Told the guys down in Victory Lane, I think before I get in the car, I'm going to have to take my shoes off. All right, it's restrictor time. It's going to be the 35U of Carson Utes on the pole. Jackson Davenport alongside. DJ Beats on the inside, row 2 on the outside, row 2. It's the 18 of Titan Roberts. Row 3 on the inside, it's the 6 of Hatsu Henry Albertson. Outside him, the 5X of Luke Shelton. Row 5, it's a 24 of Tristan Martin. On the outside of him, the 93 of Jaden Robertson. On the next row on the inside, the 911B of Bradley Berryman, and alongside the 12D of Blake Collins. And the 73 of Tyler Christensen. And the 18T of Taylor Roberts. And we're off and racing restrictor time. Here they come. There they go. One lap in the book. Here comes your leader right now. That's Carson Utes, picking right up where he left off from last Saturday night. Carson Utes in that number 1 spot right now, but here comes that 18 of Titan Roberts right there on the tail tank now. Jackson Davenport in third. With DJ Beats into that number 4 spot. Luke Shelton now in the top 5. Henry Albertson in 6th. Here comes Taylor Roberts now from the back of the pack, moving up about 3 spots. Got her eyes set on that number 73 of Tyler Christensen and Bradley Berryman right in front of her. Meanwhile, back up front, it's a 35U of Carson Utes, with Titan Roberts now closing in on the tail tank of your leader, Carson. Jackson Davenport still holding into third right now. DJ Beach fourth, and fifth is the 5X of Luke Shelton. Carson Utes holding on to the top spot so far, but right there on the tail tank in that number 18, there he comes. He's got a good looking bite down the back straightaway. Can he make it work on the low side? Carson Utes says not so fast. Titan Roberts now taking a look on the low side. Roberts now tried to take a look on the low side, but Carson Utes putting it back there on the bottom of the racetrack. Now there's Titan Roberts still right there on the tail tank of your leader, Carson Utes, with Jackson Davenport comfortably in that third spot. DJ Beach in fourth, Luke Shelton in fifth. And we got a battle for the top spot. Titan Roberts taking over that top spot from Carson Utes now in second. Jackson Davenport now holding, moving up, moving fast in the third. DJ Beats holding into that number 4 spot. Luke Shelton holding into fifth. Bradley Berryman now sixth. Seventh is the 73 of Tyler Christensen. Eighth is Henry Albertson. Ninth is Taylor Roberts. Taylor Roberts now on the low side of Albertson, taking over that spot. Titan Roberts now starting to pull away with 14 laps in the book. Tristan Martin and Titan Roberts working nose to tail. Carson Utes is still right there in that runner-up spot. Here comes Jackson Davenport now. Jackson Davenport looks to be getting closer and closer to that 35U of Carson Utes for the runner-up spot. Blake Collins now holding right there, allowing your leader of Titan Roberts to get around him. Still battling second and third. Carson Utes in second. Jackson Davenport holding into third right now in that 7D. Fourth is DJ Beats, and fifth is Luke Shelton in the 5X. We're still green. What a great looking race. Titan Roberts still holding on to that top spot. Carson Utes and Jackson Davenport still battling it out nose to tail for that runner-up spot. 5 laps remaining, 5 to go. DJ Beach now up on the loud pedal, getting closer and closer to the top 3. Luke Shelton all by himself out there in that number 5 spot in the 5X. Titan Roberts got 22 laps in the book this time. Titan Roberts got 22 laps in the book. There he goes around a couple more lap cars. Carson Utes now pulling out to a little bit of a lead over that 70 of Jackson Davenport in 3rd. DJ Beach holding into 4th. One more time for the 18 of Titan Roberts. Titan Roberts coming home in the top spot. Titan Roberts, your winner. Bringing it home in the runner-up spot. Not bad for a couple weeks of racing for the 35U of Carson Utes into the runner-up spot. All right, well, coming to you all the way from the Cornhusker State up in Nebraska, bringing it home into the top spot, your winner, Titan Roberts. It's okay to clap, folks. Yeah, thank you. I'm down here walking across this mud hole to get to victory lane. Sorry, Titan, it's taking me a little bit of time to get over here. Well, don't get to race down here with us very much, but definitely appreciate you coming all the way down from the Cornhusker State. And welcome to my place. Victory Lane, how about it, buddy?
Thank you. I don't know, just really knew everybody was floating off of 2 and knew if I arced it up and I came across it, I could come off better than them, and it worked really good. I mean, I knew lap traffic was going to come in my favor too, but I didn't really need to use it, and we just picked up the lead. So. Yeah.
All right. Well, young man, welcome to my place, Victory Lane. How about it, folks? Make him feel welcome all the way from Nebraska. How about it? All right. We're going topless once again. Stock non-wing. Here they come. I hope they wait till I get across, though. This old boy don't run. And I know who said that, too. All right, how about it one more time for the Nebraska kid, Titan Roberts, your winner. Well, is everybody staying hydrated out there? Whew, I'm telling you what. Once we lost that breeze, I think it got worse. So let's get ready to go non-wing feature racing. Well, if everybody makes it out, it's going to be 15 cars strong. Mason Nestor on the pole. Cruz Dickerson alongside Trey Sliker. Row 2 on the inside. Brantley Chaden outside row 2. Row 3 on the inside. The 127 of Chase Huff outside of him. Chris, don't call him Tater Cuh. And then it's the 32Z of Gabe Zahner. Austin Rayburn, the 7M. Waylon Phillips, the 67, the 3 of Parker Still. Jed Piecer, the 57, and Cameron Morrison, the 77. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here they are. One more time for your stock non-wingers. All right, let's turn them loose. And we got them turned loose down the back straightaway. Holy moly, it's Cruz Dickerson and Mason Nestor already battling for that top spot. Brantley Chaden moving into that third spot. Here comes Trey Sliker into fourth, and Chris Cuh coming in now to fourth. Trey Sliker now in fifth. Side by side for that number 5 spot, Chris Cuh and Trey Sliker. Trey Sliker bobbling just a little bit, allowing Chris Cuh to stay right there in front of him. Waylon Phillips from the back of the pack now into that number 6 spot. Waylon Phillips now in 6th, got his sights set on the car going to the front. Cruz Dickerson start to put some distance in between himself and that number 23 of Mason Nestor in the runner-up spot. Here comes Waylon Phillips now. Waylon Phillips now moving up into the top 5. Waylon Phillips on the loud pedal now. There he goes. He got 2 for 1 in 1 lap. Waylon Phillips now into the top 4. Waylon Phillips now in 4th. Looking to get up there and battle with Brantley Chaden in that 3rd spot. Here comes Chris, don't call him Tater Cuh. Brantley Chaden and Waylon Phillips battling it out wheel to wheel, side by side for that number 3 spot. Waylon Phillips now moving into 3rd. Waylon Phillips now 3rd. Brantley Chaden in 4th. Chris Cuh 5th. And Trey Sliker in 6th. Austin Rayburn in 7th. We got a 2-car breakaway for the top spot. It's Cruz Dickerson holding on, with Mason Nestor in the runner-up spot from the back of the pack. In 3rd right now is the 67 junior of Waylon Phillips. Brantley Chaden still holding on to 3rd, 4th. Brantley Chaden in 4th, Chris Cuh 5th, and Trey Sliker 6th. Halfway home, halfway to go, 25 laps for your stock non-wingers. Cruz Dickerson now working the lap traffic. Can he get around them both? Side by side was the lap traffic. Cruz Dickerson got around them just fine. Mason Nestor now trying to get around the lap car of Cameron Morrison in the 77. That's allowed the 67 of Waylon Phillips to get closer and closer to that top two. Parker Still going to the infield. Parker Still taking it to the infield. Brantley Chaden holding in the fourth so far. Trey Sliker in fifth. And now Chris Ka in sixth. Mason Nestor getting closer and closer to your leader. Waylon Phillips going to the infield once again. Waylon Phillips losing power once again. Cruz Dickerson and Mason Nestor going to battle this one out to the finish. With Trey Sliker now in third. And we got caution on the speedway in turn number 4. Whoa down, folks. Whoa down, whoa down. Well, Waylon Phillips had one heck of a run going from the back of the pack up into the top 3, and lo and behold, the car giving up on him. 20 laps in the book, 5 laps remaining, 5 to go. That's quite a great battle going on for the top 2. Quite a battle for that top 2. If you've been drinking tonight, please designate a sober driver, drive sober, or get pulled over. That's a message from the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety, working toward zero highway fatalities. Show me zero. Visit SaveMoLives.com. Don't forget, race fans, we will have a concert here tomorrow, and we're going green next time by. A concert here tomorrow from the School of Rock from over in the Kansas City, Missouri area. We'll be right here. The concert will be free from 4:30 to 6 tomorrow afternoon, or right before we get our racing program underway. And we're back under green. Mason Nestor on the loud pedal going to the outside of the racetrack. Going to the top of the track now. Cruz Dickerson holding on to the low side. Trey Sliker now in third right now. Brantley Chaden in fourth. And here comes Mason Nestor once again. Mason Nestor now on the tail tank of your leader, Cruz Dickerson. Who's it gonna be? Side by side for the top spot. It's Mason Nestor taking over the top spot from that 33 of Cruz Dickerson. Trey Sliker in third. Fourth is a 15 of Chris Ka. And fifth, Brantley Chaden. Looking at 1 to go this time by the 23 of Mason Nestor. Got about a 10-car length lead over Cruz Dickerson. Bringing it home in the top spot. Your winner, Mason Nestor. Mason Nestor knew he had his hands full to get up there and battle with that 33 of Cruz Dickerson. But I'm telling you what, I'm going to tell you a little bit of secret about this young man. When I was making my way around the pit area, he looked at me, and this is the honest to goodness truth. He looked at me, race fans, and he said, "I'll see you in Victory Lane." And he definitely put on a show right there with that 33 of Cruz Dickerson. How about it, Mason Nestor, your winner? I wonder if he remembers telling me that. You remember telling me that a while ago when I come over and talked to you? He said, I'll see you in Victory Lane. And young man, you didn't let me down and put on quite a show with that 33 of Cruz Dickerson. You know you beat a good one right there, buddy.
Oh, yeah, I was excited for the weekend because I knew we are going to run 4 races with non-wing and A-class and hopefully coming back later. And, of course, I got to thank everybody, my dad, my grandpa Barry, my sponsors, FMS, Tipton Trucking, Johnson's Diesel Service, B's Tees. Oh, gosh, I can't even remember, honestly. It's been way too long since we've won, and I'm just excited to be back down here.
Oh, I'm sure you are, young man. Well-deserved, Mason Nestor. How about it? Well, race fans, how's that for predicting the future? Mason Nestor told me when I was out talking to all my boys and girls, he said, I'll see you in Victory Lane a little bit later on. What'd you think of that non-wing battle right there? How about it, Mason Nestor bringing it home? And you saw who the first one to come congratulate him out of turn number 4. It was that 33 of Cruz Dickerson, finishing in that runner-up spot. All right. Two races remaining on the docket for tonight. And don't forget, we'll be back here same time, same place tomorrow night. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell the whole neighborhood. We'll be racing here tomorrow night. It's at 4:30. From 4:30 to 6 tomorrow. I know it was advertised from noon to 6, but it's only going to be 4:30 to 6. Your Sportsman, here they come. Going to be Holden Ballinger on the pole, Eric Perkins alongside. Landon Lewis, the 0L on the inside row 2, outside row 2. The 79 of Parker Bishop. Row 3 on the inside, it's the 93 Cole Bishop outside of him. The 81 T. Jeremy Gibson. And your fourth and final row on the inside, the 14 of Will Green and the 2 of Carson McDonald. They're going to get to 1 to go this time by, and then we're going to turn them loose. Really? Well, they were obviously not looking at the light. They were obviously not looking at the light. All right, caution lights out now. We're going to turn them loose this time. Holden Ballinger with the hole shot now. Your leader as they go down the back straightaway. Looking for lap number 1 out of turn number 2. And what's wrong with the scoreboard? Eric Perkins in the runner-up spot right now. Landon Lewis. Landon Lewis now in third. With Parker Bishop into that number 4 spot. And Cole Bishop in fifth. Pulling out to a comfortable lead. Holden Ballinger pulling out to a comfortable lead over that 57 of Eric Perkins. Landon Lewis now up on the loud pedal, getting closer and closer. Here comes Cole Bishop. There goes Parker Bishop. Parker Bishop going to the infield. Turning over that number 4 spot to the 93 of Cole Bishop. Jeremy Gibson in fifth right now. Will Green 6th. Carson McDonald in 7th. And about a straightaway lead over the rest of the field is the double nickel of Holden Ballinger. With Eric Perkins still holding on to that runner-up spot in third. Landon Lewis in third right now with Cole Bishop for Jeremy Gibson in fifth. Will Green and something breaking on the 14 of Will Green. Well, going from the GOAT last weekend to the trailer this weekend is Will Green. We need a hook in turn number 4. We need a hook in turn number 4. I think we got a broken front axle on the 14 of Will Green. Well, no, we're just going to push him off. I think he needs the hook, guys. I think the front steering is broke. Yep. Steering on the 14 of Will Green went to the wayside. Well, that big lead that Holden Ballinger had over the 57 of Eric Perkins. Mercy. Are you done? No, she's not done yet. I think she must have ate a bug.
I'm sorry.
I think she must be allergic to me. Oh, okay. Well, once again, race fans, last week's feature winner going to go off on the hook. So how about it? Put your hands together, make some noise, because that's all he's going to take home tonight. After first-time feature winner last Saturday night, and now going off on the hook. Yep, he knew it when it happened. That's why he slowed down so he wouldn't go nose first up into the wall. And Carson McDonald bringing it to a stop down the back straightaway. That looks pretty good. No, I'm good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Well, now Carson McDonald needs some help down the back straightaway. Oh, he's trying to get it cranked back up. Hey, ladies, you might want to back up just a little bit down there, please. Thank you. There he goes. Got it back underway, Carson McDonald. We're going to get the one to go this time by, excuse me there, youngin. All right. I didn't get a chance to go get me some more soda. I may have to just leave the microphone on and go get me some more to drink. All right, picking right up where he left off is at 55 of Holden Ballinger, with Eric Perkins solidly in that runner-up spot right now. Landon Lewis trying everything in his power. Landon Lewis found some dirt to his liking down the back straightaway. And there he comes. Landon Lewis making a charge to get up here and take over that number 2 spot, taking it away from Eric Perkins, but not yet. Cole Bishop going to hiccup down the back straightaway. Where are you going, Eric Perkins? Allowing Landon Lewis to get right up there on the tail tank now. Halfway home, halfway to go for your Sportsman cars. Holden Ballinger pulling out to a comfortable lead with Eric Perkins. Still holding into that number 2 spot. Landon Lewis trying everything in his power to get up there and take over that number 2 spot from that 57 of Eric Perkins. Now we got Cole Bishop and Jeremy Gibson battling it out for 3rd and 4th. And we're gonna stay green with 7 laps remaining. 7 laps remaining for your Sportsman. Holden Ballinger once again looking at 5 to go. 5 laps remaining for your leader of Holden Ballinger. Eric Perkins is still holding into that runner-up spot. Landon Lewis in 3rd. Looking at 2 to go, double hockey sticks in the air for your leader, Holden Ballinger. Eric Perkins lost a whole lot of ground that time to your leader. 1 lap remaining, 1 to go for Holden Ballinger. He's got a whole host of lap cars in front of him. Your winner, Holden Ballinger. Eric Perkins in the runner-up spot. Landon Lewis holding on to 3rd. All right, welcome back to Victory Lane. The double nickel, Holden Ballinger. I'll get the flag this time. Just careful, Andy. Well, race fans, yeah, watch the footing down here, Andy. It's pretty nasty. Get a room. Well, this young man didn't tell me he's going to meet me in Victory Lane. He just said, I hope I can see you down there. Well, welcome back once again, Holden Ballinger. How about it, partner?
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Joel, up there. I see you guys. Pretty good race. I mean, we had a great night the whole way. Car was kind of getting hot there towards the end, but it stayed in one piece, thankfully. Thank you all the fans for coming out. It was hot one tonight. All the track workers. Track worked in great. And my wife, Grayson, and Michael here, my cousin, and my sponsors, Lantel, Robbins Fireworks, Joel up there. Thank you guys so much for coming out, and hopefully we can do it again tomorrow.
All right, that's half the town of Holden, Missouri, too, by the way. Well, and then there was one race remaining. One race remaining, and we saved the best for last. It's the Fast and Furious. Yeah. All right. How about it one more time for your Sportsman feature winner, Holden Ballinger. Hey, Andy, and how many times you been here and you know that's out there? Now watch, when we go down for the A-class feature, I'll probably hit my head. Well, in the words of my dear friend Brian Hobart, this is what you saved your lunch money for. A-class feature race. And it's going to line them up just like this. It's a 7D Jackson Davenport on the pole. Alongside him, the 23B of Matt Botts. Row 2 on the inside, the 33 Cruz Dickerson outside of him. The 8 of Logan Lunsford. Row 3 on the inside, the 71-8 Keegan Brewer outside of him. Your stock non-wing feature winner, the 23 of Mason Nestor. Row 4 on the inside, the 48S of Trey Slacker outside of him, the 15B Quentin Benson. Brantley Chaden, the 38 Titan Roberts. The 18 Garrett Hudspeth. Garrett Hudspeth in the car number 19. And we got a caution on the speedway. Holy moly, what happened to that one? Well. I guess that's my fault since I didn't get them all called off. The 38 Brantley Chaden. The 18 Titan Roberts, the 19 Garrett Hudspeth, the 4 of Hayden Albertson, and starting shotgun on the field, the 18T of Talon Roberts. They're going to get the one to go. That scared me to death. One to go this time. Let's see if we can keep them side by side, nose to tail, so we can get this race underway. Let's try it again. Once again, we are live on our Sweet Springs Motorsports Complex Facebook page on YouTube. Let's turn them loose, this time out of turn number 4. Three wide for that number 3 spot. Look out, kids. Matt Bott's in that number 1 spot right now. Logan Lunsford in the runner-up spot. Jackson Davenport in 3rd. Cruz Dickerson in that number 4 spot. And here comes the 71-8 of Keegan Brewer. Here comes Titan Roberts now on the tail tank of that that's Quentin Benson. Quentin Benson in the 15B. Moving up, moving fast. Now he's right there on the tail tank of that 71-8 of Keegan Brewer. Meanwhile, out front, it's a 23B of Matt Botts, pulling out to a comfortable lead with Logan Lunsford in the runner-up spot. Cruz Dickerson now 3rd. 4th is a 70 of Jack. Whoa, where are you going, Mason Nestor? Jackson Davenport into that number 4 spot. Quentin Benson now 5th. Here comes Trey Sliker now. Trey Sliker on the loud pedal side by side with the 71-8 of Keegan Brewer. Keegan Brewer now lost a spot. He may be losing another spot to Mason Nestor. Brantley Chaden now moving on, moving up, moving fast. Mason Nestor now going to the top of the racetrack. Taking over that spot from Keegan Brewer now. Pulling out to a comfortable lead this time is the 23B of Matt Botts, with the 8 of Logan Lunsford in the runner-up. And 3rd right now is the 33 of Cruz Dickerson. Jackson Davenport into that number 4 spot. And from the back of the pack into 5th right now, it's the 15B of Quentin Benson. Logan Lunsford still holding on, trying to hold on to that runner-up spot, but he's got Cruz Dickerson coming to the tail tank right now. Cruz Dickerson now on the tail tank of Logan Lunsford in the runner-up spot. And we got Quentin Benson and Jackson Davenport battling it out wheel to wheel for 5th. And Cruz Dickerson just about brought it to a stop, allowing Jackson Davenport and Quentin Benson to get around him. Cruz Dickerson lost a whole lot of ground to your top 2, but he's not giving up. Cruz Dickerson not giving up. He's back into that podium spot in 3rd. Side by side now for 4th and 5th. Quentin Benson and Jackson Davenport. Here comes Mason Nestor now, putting his car up in the mix. Mason Nestor now going to the low side, taking over that number 5 spot from Jackson Davenport, now 6th. Meanwhile, still out front is that 23B of Matt Botts. Logan Lunsford now on the loud pedal. Logan Lunsford now on the loud pedal, still holding into that runner-up spot. Cruz Dickerson back in 3rd, with Quentin Benson hot on his heels in that number 4 spot, and Mason Nestor in 5th. Matt Bott still holding on to the top spot with 19 laps in the book, looking at 5 to go next time by. Matt Bott looking at 5 laps remaining, 5 to go this time by for your leader of Matt Bott. Logan Lunsford now getting closer and closer to your leader. Here comes Logan Lunsford, side by side for the top spot. Logan Lunsford now on the gas. Matt Botts and Logan Lunsford. Here he comes. Oh, we just about. Logan Lunsford now your leader. Taylor Roberts bringing it to a stop down the back straightaway, bringing out the caution with 3 laps remaining, 3 to go. A new leader now, the 8 of Logan Lunsford, sneaking in there in front of that 23 of Matt Botts. Cruz Dickerson in third. Fourth is Quentin Benson, and holding on to fifth, the 23 of Mason Nestor. And Roberts bringing it to a stop in turn number 1 and 2. All right, well, Talon going to have to go home on the hook with 3 laps remaining. Doggone it. So your complete rundown right now, Logan Lunsford taking over that top spot from the 23B of Matt Botts, now in second. Cruz Dickerson third, but he's got a heavy foot behind him in that 15B of Quentin Benson. With the 23 of Mason Nestor, that's your top 5. Your second 5, Jackson Davenport in 6th, Trey Sliker 7th. 8th right now is the 71 8 of Keegan Brewer, 9th. Titan Robertson, the 18, Brantley Chaden, the 38, and Hayden Albertson rounding out your field in the car number 4. Caution lights going out this time by. And we're back to green flag racing with Matt Botts now back to 5th, maybe losing back to 6th. There goes Matt Botts way up in the cushion now. Matt Botts was in that top 5, and now he's all the way in the back of the pack. And I think something may be broke on the 23B of Matt Botts. Pulling out to a comfortable lead now with a half a lap remaining. Logan Lunsford gonna bring it home once again. Cruz Dickerson in second. Quentin Benson in third. Mason Nestor fourth. And fifth, the 7D Jackson Davenport. Well, Logan Lunsford made his move at the exact right time to bring it home in the top spot. Now that he's got that car figured out, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with the rest of the year. Yep, thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we appreciate you coming out on such a hot, hot night in August to be racing with us tonight. For those of you that are headed for the out gates, be careful on the way home because we're going to see you back tomorrow night, same time, same place. How about it once again for your winner, Logan Lunsford. Well, I guess that one's yours. Well, I'm telling you, young man, once you got this car figured out, you're going to be unstoppable the rest of the year. How about it?
It worked. My dad did the exact same setup as last week, and we were able to go fourth to first. So, I'd like to thank Big Mama's Cafe, West Central Ag, Aaron Smith for this motor, anyone else that I forgot, and all the fans for coming out. Thank you.
All right. Welcome back to Victory Lane, Logan Lunsford. Well, race fans, once again, be safe on the way home because we want to see you back tomorrow night for another great night of racing here at Sweet Springs Motorsports Complex. Don't forget, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell the whole neighborhood we will be here tomorrow night. Good night, God bless, and drive safe on the way home. Young man, I'll let you get the gate.